Hello, Scorpio. Thank you for tuning in. This is your Venus and Aries general love reading. I'm your Empress Divine. You're watching the Empress Divine Channel, and I channel energy directly from the highest source of love, acceptance, and allowance, and hope that I give you a message that helps you to align more so with that energy. Now, we're doing a Venus in Aries transit. Venus is traveling through Aries from February 8th to March 4th. And Venus being our lovely planet, sister planet of love and romance and beauty and luxury and all the things that make life sweet. She's in her detriment in war-torn Aries. The aggression, the assertiveness, the headbutting, the chaos, the disorder, the fighting, the war, the madness of Aries is a lot for Sister Venus to deal with. So we're seeing how it's affecting you. Okay, Scorpio. Now let's figure out what's going on. We get Goddess guidance first. And also, smack dab in the middle of this transit, we have Mercury retrograding. Isn't that nice? A chance for opportunities, a chance for arguments to surface during these hostile times. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we have Kali with endings and beginnings. Your Goddess guidance says the old must be released so that the new can enter. Scorpio, forgive me, but I just heard the F word. The one I just said, forgiveness. Ooh, Scorpio, I heard the F word, forgiveness. You're going to have to let that old go so that the new can enter. I feel that something wants to be rejuvenated here, Scorpio. Something wants to be resuscitated, rejuvenated, rehabilitated, rejuvenated, and most importantly, relocated. I bet none of y'all know exactly where I got that from. I bet no one knows where I got that from, because that's old. But anyway, something wants to live again, but a lot of things have to be let go. Gotta let that hurt go. Gotta let that old thing go. Gotta let those allegations go. Gotta let that blame go. Gotta let that placing fault go. You gotta let it go for the new to reemerge. And I mean, if you don't want anything to reemerge, listen, we have that retrograde here. A lot of things try to reemerge. If you don't want it, then don't let it go. But if you want it, you're gonna have to get real with yourself and really let it go. Not just say it's fine with me. I don't care no more. I've forgiven. It ain't bothering me. That's not gonna do. Because first and foremost, you can't fool the universe. You can't trick spirit. And you sure can't pull the wool over source's eyes. You can't. You absolutely can't. I feel like there's an opportunity here to talk something out. A meeting that can happen here for a resolution to take place. We need a resolution. It's a possibility here. A reunion, a meeting, a talk, a conversation, something coming up for your reevaluation. And if you don't want it, like I said, kind of keep that folded arm fight stance that you have now. I see you. But if you do want it, you're going to have to take a real deep look at yourself and realize where you may be holding on some things that it's time to let go of. Some behaviors. And when I say behaviors, it's more like defense mechanisms. Ways that you communicate. Things that you say and do that have an effect on the relationship because you're trying to protect yourself. It's like you look forward to things happening, so you prepare to, fight through it and go forward and live another day. You live to fight another day. Sometimes you look forward to fighting. Sometimes you think you have to fight in order to live another day, but you don't. You don't, Scorpio. You don't have to. There are some things that swirl around in your mind. I feel like, Scorpio, and I really do feel like it's being kicked up. I really do. I feel like it's being kicked up. I feel like it's being just brought back to the forefront of your mind, and you having to kind of deal with it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Or so it feels like. You have to just keep dealing with things over and over and over again, even though you don't want to. But I think Venus is transiting your 5th house. I think it's your 5th house. So it's an opportunity for you to create new circumstances or new conditions. Let me just be, okay. Scorpio is the 8th house. Aries is the 1st. So that's 5, right? Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. 7th house. No, that can't be 7th. I think it's 8th. I mean, I think it's, you know what? F it. F it. Let me look at my app. Because in my mind, I'm trying to stay on message with this reading. But in my mind, I'm trying to see what is what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6th house. So yeah, creating new conditions. 6th house, just the way you do things, the way you go about things, and when you just hold grudges, it puts a damper on everything. The way you communicate, it puts a damper on the way you do things. It puts a damper on the way you see people. Like literally, when you harbor any type of hatred or you harbor any type of negative feelings, it affects every single thing you do. It really does. It affects every single thing you do. And you may think, oh, I'm not worried about it. I don't care. I'm apathetic. You may think that's the case, but it just kind of seeps out of your pores that you still have a problem or that you still feel a type of way. And that can be a problem. If you want this newness to happen for you, if you want this, resolution to a situation, then you will have to let some things go. And I'd advise you to let it go anyway, because even if you don't want this particular thing, there's still so many chances for you to get out there and speak to or date, talk to someone else who can give you really what it is that you need or what it is that you want. But it's going to be off-putting if you kind of have that, kind of negative vibe around guys or around masculines. I should say, since I read for the Scorpio feminine, if you kind of just have a bad taste in your mouth dealing with masculine energy, then it's going to come off that way. So you'll have to do a lot of work on your emotions. Queen of Cups is an emotional card. There's a lot of treasure in your emotions, but when it's not, tamed, well, I don't want to say tamed, but when it's not in check or when it's not balanced, it can cause a lot of problems. It can lead to you, just overthinking and thinking yourself into a hole and then dragging things out that keep messing with your mind, or you continue to hold on to things that mess with your mind. Because I feel like whatever it is that you're holding on to is probably not even as bad as you're making it seem. I know you hate to hear that. And I'm not trying to downplay anyone's triggers or anything or trauma, but a lot of it could have been resolved if you were more accommodating to other people, and if you were less kind of in a traumatized or a hurt state of mind. When you're just determined to be just, hurt or in pain or miserable about something that happened to you, it just kind of kicks the dead horse. It just makes things worse than it has to be. So just kind of know that within a connection, it was equal parts that contributed to the disappointment. Like there was a lot of promise around what could have happened or what could have, transpired between the two of you. A lot of we could have been, we should have been, type of energy. But it's like both of you kind of had your issues. And now in order for things to move forward in a different direction, you're going to have to look forward and just completely leave that in the past. Are you ready to do that? That's a lot of That's a lot of internal healing going on there. The 6th house. That's Virgo energy, Hermit energy. That's a lot of internal wellness. A lot of internal wellness and internal health check going on here. Okay. There you go. So you have to just really pay attention to your internal feelings and let your feelings be your compass. Let your emotions guide you. I don't advise you to cover everything up and act like it's okay. I advise you to really feel it and process it. If you've been holding on to something for the past 2 years and it still pisses you off, I advise you to stop acting like it doesn't piss you off immediately and get to allowing yourself to feel pissed. Get to allowing yourself to vent. And don't worry about missing out on any opportunities, because all the time that you try to hold things in out of fear, well, if I let it out, people gonna look at me crazy. I mean, you holding it in, people look at you crazy. So, allow yourself to feel, then process how it made you feel, how you reacted to it, figure out what you learned from it, and then let go. Let it go. Just for real, let it go. Some of you don't want to, like I said, you don't really care to reconcile. Others of you, I just feel like it'll be more so unexpected, because you never looked at this connection that went so sideways, and you would never look at it and think that there's a 10 of cups here waiting for you. Like, you would look at, I would never allow a person to do this to me. I said I would never go back to this person again. But, all's fair in love and war. That's just what I heard about this transit while I was meditating on it. All's fair in love and war. And sometimes you go at each other. Sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes it gets rough. But if there's a genuine connection there, if there's real love there, then it can be worked through. Tempers, they come and go. But if there's a real steady and actual commitment there, if there's anything that's already like solid, if there's a foundation there, then it can be worked through. It's just a matter of, do you want to forgive? Do you want to work through it? And it's got to be on equal parts. It can't just be a person coming back and saying, I miss you, I want to be with you, and I'm sorry, this, that, and the other. It has to be something that you want to. There's a lot of change available. I feel like the person does want to change. I really do feel like they want to show you a totally different side of themselves. But in order for you to feel that newness, you're going to have to let some things go. And even for those that decide that you don't want to, like, you don't want nothing else to do with that person, like dead ass. You don't care how promising it is when they try to come back. Look, this energy of things shifting for you and being in this new place and feeling love that you never felt before and finally getting your happily ever after is not going to go away just because the one person goes away. It's billions of people in this world, almost 8 billion people in the world. You're not going to miss true love because one person doesn't, tickle your fancy. So as long as you, cleanse your energy and cleanse your aura, and let go of the old things and start to see how your daily life gets brighter and gets better. Start to witness how you have more energy to do more and be more and to invest within yourself. Feel the wellness, the mental clarity of letting things go. And that energy is going to come to you anyway. Love is going to always be there for you as long as you align with it. And you can align with it while you're still kind of holding on to muckiness inside you. So I beg you, Scorpio. What's that wonderful F word? What's that wonderful F word? I need you to practice it, okay? Not for anyone else but yourself. And if you choose to, get back with that old thing, look, more power to you. More power to you. As long as you know what you're doing. During the retrograde, because you know how that goes. All right, so thank you for watching, Scorpio. I appreciate your support. Thank you for liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, commenting. all of that. I just thank you for your presence here on my channel. Love you, love you, love you lots, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.